Alright, Diva, I've been overthinking this video so much that the year's almost over, but I'm gonna go out soon, and I decided like just hunker down, park it, and just literally do it. I'm gonna go over my viral TikToks of 2025 because I think like it's important to have just a little reaction, a historical documentation of my reaction to it, and also like I think it'd be funny as fuck. I have 9 videos with above 1 million views. I'll go over the ones that have above 100,000 views as honorable mentions because I feel like they're tea, like they're important, they're part of history, they shouldn't be excluded. And there is a couple like, dude, okay, so like this year it's been like cute, like I really got a lot of attention on the app and like on the internet in general, but like been there, done that, but like not to this level. I'm not gonna be humble about it. Why would I be at the start of the year I had about like 8,000 followers, and then like at the start of this year I was like, that's a cute little number. Like, what if we actually like start trying? Like, girl, you've got a degree in like handling media, like you do that stuff. And I was just like, what if I apply what I do at work to myself? And I was like, okay, period, let's do it. Okay, I was going to go over all my 6-figure view TikToks, like as an honorable mention, because I thought it was gonna be like rapid fire like that. I have about like 30. This is me learning right now, like period to me, period Holzbell. But okay, so I made a top 10 list of my favorite like controversy because most of that sparked like controversial, like I don't know, like discourse and like conversations. I love being a conversation starter. I love the first one on this list. It's chronological to the year. Commune Gate. I kept seeing a ton of TikToks being like, I wish I could go to a commune. I wish me and my best friends could start a commune. Like we would just like live so happy in a commune. And I was in the middle of like preparing for my written exams in grad school for qualitative research, that course. And then I was just like super like brainiac mode. And then I was just like, okay, y'all are talking about wanting to do a commune. Y'all are talking about what you would maybe do, but would it fly in an actual commune? So I just like asked the little video camera like, hey, what are you going to contribute to the community in question? Like, can you weld? Can you construct? So my question was, what would you provide to the commune if you were to like be in one? And so many people were like, I'll be a caretaker, I'll be an educator. And it's just like, we need welders, we need people who understand how to like work with piping, we need people who understand like infrastructure. I just like us to think a little, like. And then people in the original, there's 2 parts of it, mind you. In the original video, people were like, oh, I would plant flowers, or oh, I would grow plants, or I would be a teacher. And I was just like, stop, hold on, like let's get serious, let's put our thinking caps on. I asked a serious question. What would you provide in a commune? Because that's not gonna cut it, babe. Like, you can't, we don't need a teacher right now. We need plumbing. Can you plumb? Oh my god, I love you, Commune Gate. You'll always be famous. Plus size non-binary to full of himself, he, him pipeline. Oh my god, so that one was so funny. There's this one guy I know. He used to like go by they, them and whatever. Then he lost a ton of weight. And then like all of a sudden it was he, him. For like years they went by they, them, and then like they lost weight and it was just like he, him. Like no shade. Maybe some shade, but it's just, it's interesting. I just know this one guy. He used to be like super they, them, like all this like wisdom, all this like alti stuff. He lost a lot of weight and then he suddenly became very like he, him circuit gay. And like, if that's your tea, that's your tea. Like, I just think that there's layers to that. There's layers to that because like, now that you're getting the attention of like other like cis or just like gay dudes in general, whatever you want, you drop the they, them. Like, why was the they, them dropped? What? It's a thinker. It's honestly a thinker. And then people like at the club, like over here where I work, they'll just walk up to me and they were just like, girl, you spilled. These bitches lose weight and they forget who they are. Like, realistic. Ooh, realistic Pokemon Gate. That one was a lot of fun. I love how people are authentically bothered by some people's like realistic Pokemon like teams because, oh, I thought I was alone on this. I thought like whenever I heard someone say like I would have a Garchomp, I would always be like, no the fuck you wouldn't. Like, you've never studied for more than 20 minutes. You don't go to the gym for more than 30 minutes. You don't do anything to like self-regulate yourself to like the challenge of like a real professional athlete or something of the sort. What makes you think that you would be able to tame a giant land shark. Be realistic. I don't care if it's about Pokemon. I don't care if it's about a video game. Like, it's the conversation at hand that matters. You would have a Rattata, and you didn't even catch it. It just lives in your house. The prompt was, what Pokemon would you have in real life, right? And then people were just taking that as, these are my favorite Pokemon that I would have in real life if Pokemon were real. And they didn't get the realistic part of the prompt. They were just saying, these are the Pokemon I like. I would have a Garchomp. You wouldn't have a Garchomp. No one would have a Garchomp unless you're like a FBI agent or something. I was just saying, like, you need to listen to what people are asking. You have a 6 pseudo-legendary team. You work at Starbucks. You still live with your parents. It's a 3-bedroom apartment. How are you gonna upkeep a Metagross? How are you even gonna upkeep a Scizor? Okay, I would have had like a Hoppip, babe. You would not have a Garchomp. You wouldn't have a Garchomp. How are you gonna feed it? You wouldn't have a Garchomp. It was so serious to me. It was so funny. Oh my god, my Chili's Marg TikTok. That one was so cute. That one was so cute. We're at Chili's. I just finished this watermelon thingy. My food came. Look away. Look away. Dude, I think they were plenty friendly with the liquor that they put in there. I was in Cheddar's. My head's blasting. My god, I want 3 more. I really didn't know that the Chili's Marg was that strong. My family, like, we don't really, like, frequent Chili's, especially back then. I may have had an empty stomach, and girl, I keep saying Chili's. It wasn't even Chili's. We were at Cheddar's. People were commenting like, girl, we know that fucked you up because like that is fully Cheddar's. Oh my god, Nutellagate. Nutellagate was so serious to me. I just saw a TikTok comment. Oh, it pissed me off. It said, I've never seen a Nutella container be made out of plastic. They're all made out of glass where I'm from. Oh my god! What do you want? What do you want? Nutella, okay. Why are you gagging? Why are you gagging? Why are you gagging that Nutella comes in plastic? I didn't know that I was going to be fought with the entire Eastern Hemisphere of the world, okay? I truly did not know that they rode for glass container Nutellas like that. I don't know if it's like an international like psyop over there, but people were coming for my neck, doing like the old like, you're stupid American, like that whole bit. And then I was like throwing it back. Not throwing it back. I was throwing the energy back at them. I was just like, why is it so hard to conceive the thought that a multi-billion-dollar company, the Ferrero Rocher company, whatever you want to call it, why is it so hard to think that they would use plastic for their overseas Nutella? And then they were, oh my god, some of them was so stupid. They were like, because we care about the environment. It's reusable, blah, 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 blah. It was so dumb because I looked into it. They just used glass Nutella jars for like as a marketing campaign. People were thinking that like the Nutella company cared about the environment. And oh my god, towards the end of like the popularity that it was getting in that Nutellagate video, my fellow Americans finally found the video. It was so dumb. They were just like coming into troves into the chat, into the already like how many hundreds of comments that there were, and they were like replying to all the people like, where do you think they get the coconut oil for this? Where do you think they get the water resources for this? Do you think that they asked those indigenous people or like these third world countries nicely, hey, give us this cacao powder? People were coming at their necks back, and I don't know. I was a prisoner at war over there like in Europe or something. My fellow Americans came for me. Nutellagate was so crazy. People still comment to this day, hey, I didn't know Nutella came in plastic jars. I think that's so funny. That is just so hilarious to me. I came to prove a point. So, here you go, Nutella. I could drop it, but I don't want to be rude. But plastic, 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 plastic. I come not as an ambassador of my country, but as an ambassador of my entire Western Hemisphere. Why is it impossible to think that they would come in plastic? People are trying to gag me, saying that like, why aren't you caring more about the environment? Why aren't they glass? Do I look like the Ferrero Chocolate Company? Do I look like their manufacturer? Oh my god, I did a TikTok. Okay. I don't know why I kept seeing a lot of TikToks where it was just like, what do I do after breaking up after like 3 years of my relationship or 4, 5, 6, whatever, like multiple years. And I was just like, I did that. Like I could make like a funny little TikTok about this. And then I just like propped up the camera. I was just like, a TikTok asked, what do you do after ending a 4-year relationship? And I was just like, oh my god, I did that. That's easy. Think about it forever. You just think about it forever. It helps if they agreed that they fumbled you, but you just think about it forever. And that was it, like, because you do. My ex-girlfriend didn't like that one. She had hit me up, like, some time after that, like, weeks later. She was like, I just got onto the app for the first time in, like, months. That's the first one I see. That one is simply a detail of my life. Like, I didn't talk about her. I didn't talk about anything. I simply talked about the canon event of breaking up with my 4-year relationship partner. And so it was just like, sorry, mama. Like, it happened in my life. Oh my god. The Teachergate. Male Teachergate. It just happened. I posted it 5 days ago. I think it's gonna hit like 1 million views before the end of the year, which is like a fun little neat segue. I just said, I'm gonna say something controversial. There's this demographic that is like of 20-something-year-old teachers, and they will be whores online. And that's my problem, because like the thing is, they will be like very like implicit about it. They will post things that give off like some kind of like whorish energy, and it's just like, why are you doing that in your classroom? And if you call it out, it's just like people will get mad at you. It's just like, oh, you're the weird one for thinking that. No, I'm not. Like, that's exactly what he wanted to portray. That's why it's viral. It's a hot dude in a little tight shirt flexing his fucking muscles, doing a little silly bit in the classroom, and I'm just like, go do that in the gym, go do that at your apartment. Why are you doing that in your classroom? Leave that out of this. And like, if you want to be a little educational teacher content creator, leave that out of here, girl. Like, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of seeing it. And I wanted to call it out because everyone talks about the sexualization of female teachers. There's a conversation about that every single month. I've never seen a conversation about male teachers doing this bullshit. I hate it. I hate it. I detest it, because like, oh my god, like, hot guy, like, yes, you can get away with it because you're hot and a guy. No! Get that guy out of the classroom. I have right now, as of right now, 9 videos with above 1 million views. 4 of those are above 2 million views. One of them is from a previous year. Also, my top one is from last year, but I'll include it. It has 5 million views. It's gaggy. The one with the least amount of million views, 1.2 million views. It was when I was gagged about Selena Quintanilla's dad passing. That icon Mary Magdalene is gone. Selena Quintanilla's dad. I just got the news that he falleció. Girl, oh my god, people that have never died before are dying right now. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? And I was just like floored, because he's such a presence. That's Selena's dad. Like, what? Like, whoa, that's from the Quintanilla family. And oh my god, also at the same time, Mary Magdalene, her actual name is Denise, I believe. She passed away. She tragically fell off a balcony, allegedly, they say. I don't know if it's confirmed or not, but it's just so sad. I've known about her for years. That's the one I was like horribly sad for. I knew of her. I know that she was just a girl that wanted to have fun. Look good, have fun, model her body, whatever she wanted. But that one really made me sad. That one, like, moment of silence for Denise. I don't know why this one got all the views that it did.
Oh, this is my son. Don't play with me right now. This is my jam.
I don't know why. I didn't know that it would pop off. Like, it was when I was in Indiana with my family, and it was Amish country. It was honestly like super gaggy. I have a video on it, and you should look at it. It's pretty cute and fun. There was just this huge custom-made like baby seat. It made me look small. Mind you, I'm 6'3". I'm like 225 pounds. It made me look small. I could dangle my feet like fully. This was most likely like, oh, it gives me chills and me da cosa, like, it was probably a family who cared about their disabled family members so much that they made a custom chair like I don't know, like, it makes me cry every single time I think about it. Like, that's such a showmanship of love that they would make this giant chair. Like, I had so much wiggle room in there. I don't know, like, it just moves me that a family would care about their member like that so much that they would like customize something like that. Okay, period. Next million. Oh my god. It was when I was at like eating, like I was out with my parents. Like, it was dinner or breakfast, I forgot. Last night I took a picture of my mom and dad like at dinner, and then she was looking at it and she just smiled and she was like, I've gotten so old. Oh. Oh no. Like, she used to be a little girl. Like, the other day we were talking about, like, what she liked to do in recess. Oh, God. Why would you say that? Like, my pancakes are right here. I have not heard my mom talk about recognizing her aging in that tone. Like, of course, she says that, like, ay, me veo vieja in that picture. Like, something like that in that tone. Like, something, like, funny. Something, like, not in a serious tone, but she was looking at the picture and there is this this mixture of like solemn acceptance and happiness of experience, and she was just like, I've gotten so old. Ooh. Oh my god. And I'm making the same point. Horrible segue to the next one. Horrible segue. There is this woman who uploaded her husband reacting to sonogram, to like her sonogram, like of a new child that she's gonna have. He was in his sweatpants. He even had underwear on. No matter how many layers of clothing that he had, the topic of the video to the people in the comments was about his very visible member line. When straight women on this app, they record their husbands and their husband will have like the giant fucking hog that he has between his legs just show right there in his sweatpants. I'm always just like, does she know what she's doing? Of course she has to know. And then you'll read through the comments and she's liking all the comments that are like, guys, that's her husband. Don't talk about him like that. That's her husband. And it's just like, you put the hog on the table, girl. Like, what do you mean don't look? It's right. Like, now what? We all saw it. Now what? What do you want us to do as a collective? This is so messy. This one's so messy. His giant penis is right there. You must have seen it. Like, you filmed it, you uploaded it onto the application, you pressed publish, you probably viewed it after. I don't care how long you've been with your man. You have to notice his giant hog oinking in his shorts or in his sweats. Like, so to me, I couldn't accept the fact that she was over here being like, don't be creepy towards my man. Don't be like, you put the hog on the table and you're telling us you're mad that we're looking at it. You slammed it in front of us even. And you're upset that we're talking about it. And if you're that upset, delete the video. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this could have been in the family group chat and it could have been like a little embarrassing thing. I don't know if she wanted the views or I don't know, but that is what the hog video is about. The repercussion of being the spokesperson of this topic. People started saying, commenting to stay on Hog Talk. Commenting to stay on Hog Talk. I did not want to be associated with Hog Talk. I didn't want to be associated with hog anything. I just think the word hog is funny. And then I started replying to people being like, no. I am not a highway to Hog Talk. That is not me. Please, like, what? And people started replying to me, you're the king of Hog Talk now. I hated it. Like, let it be known, I did not want that at all. And then there's like this other dude on TikTok. Apparently he calls himself the king of Hog Talk, and he even commented on it because people were like tagging him. And I was just like, he said something about it, and I was just like, dude, you can have the crown. I do not want this. Like, and oh my god, this comment, it said, and who'd set that system up? About the woman complaining about like people looking at her man's meat. Who set that system up, girl? We didn't put publish for you. Oh, you see how heated I get about it? Like, I followed it up. Recently I made a post about a woman's TikTok where she accidentally shows her husband's huge hog print in his sweatpants. And it's just like, whatever, right? And it just popped off. But now people are commenting on this to stay on Hog Talk. Don't use me as a conduit to that. Don't use me. I never agreed to be the expressway to Hog Talk. No. I didn't expect it to blow up like that. I really didn't. I followed it up saying, hey, I spoke about this thing, like the hog video, whatever. And people started saying, like, commented to stay on Hog Talk, whatever. And this one was so stupid. The comments are just like, you are the visuals, baby. Hey, it's the Hog Talk guy. The doors you opened for hashtag Hog Talk. The concept of being Hog Talk Expressway. Oh my god. Meet me in Hog Talk. You're the king of Hog Talk. Take me to Hog Talk. Titles are earned, not chosen. It was ridiculous. It was just like the Nutella Gate video where they comment like the same comment to be like silly and bring it up. people will still comment on any random video of mine. Oh my god, you're the king of hog talk. Dude, no! Oh my god, my blue collar man one. That one was funny. That was really funny. One time with a girl, I was just like, oh, when we get ourselves some blue collar man, and she was like, ooh, and I was like, what? I was like, you don't want a blue collar man? And she was just like, not really, it's not what I'd yearn for. And I was just like, you want a white collar man? She was like, like, yeah. And I was just like, and I asked her, like, what if you want, like, a deck built? I was just like, you're gonna call up another guy and call him to do it, or what? And she was like, when you put it like that, like, you need to think a little, like, you need to think who's gonna build the deck. I had the conversation on this topic during grad school with a student worker in the department that I worked at. We were just chatting it up. Like, I was like setting walls down because like it was closer to graduation. I was getting like more friendly with these people because like, I was like leaving. We started talking about like our interest in guys, and I was just like, I want a blue collar worker. Like, that was like a real big thing at the moment. Honestly, I don't care. I was just like talking. And then I was just like, yeah, because like they could help you out around the house and like they'll build stuff, whatever. And she made a face. She was just like, you can get whatever man you want, okay? You can whatever type. I just think it's important if you're gonna look for a man and you're like a dainty, nice lady, get a dude who can build you a deck. I don't know. It's dumb. I think I was just talking to talk. This one was just talking to talk. I got a lot of like comments and support for like blue collar workers and shit like that. And even like the blue collar worker dudes, they were like commenting like, thanks bro, like we don't get a lot of like apoyo for this, like blah 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 blah. Like people shit on us a lot. I was just like, period. Like, love my blue collar workers. Like, yeah. Oh my god, my top 2. I'll mention my top viewed one from last year, and then I'll talk about my top viewed one from this year, since that's the point. So my top viewed video is from last year. It has 5 million views, 5.1.
Do y'all ever remember that your mom's just like a girl? Like, she's just a girl. And then me crying. Just that one thought. Ah! She's just a girl. What am I supposed to do?
I didn't know that I was going to spark such a large conversation about mothers simply being girls living in the world for the first time, right? I was on my way to the gym, and Girls Just Want to Have Fun started playing on the radio. And I started crying because, like, I associate that song with my mom, like, heavily. I thought of my mom, and I was just like, she's just a girl that wants to have fun. Like, before we came along, she was just a girl. Like, even if we're here now, like, she is still her own person. And I just, like, started, like, really thinking into it. And I started crying. I think this is my favorite post ever made from myself. Or maybe even, like, favorite work. Because all of the comments, all, absolutely 100% of the comments are such beautiful testaments of people noticing their mothers being like humans. Some of the comments are just like the sweetest things. Like me, when I went with my mom to pick up my grandparents from the airport, she ran up to them all happy and jumping. And IDK for a second, she looked like a kid. I'm getting chills. I had to look away to not cry. It's like when I realized my big sister didn't have a big sister and I started crying. And it just became this giant conversation of how beautiful it is to be a woman and to have like relationships with women. Crashed my bike. I'm 40 and my mom cleaned me up. My 14-year-old watched me and said to me, I forgot you're a daughter too. Dude! There's this one that will always stick with me. A 50-year-old woman commented, I just had my grandchild, my daughter just had her grandchild today. I still feel like I'm 20-something. It still feels crazy. This other one that will stay with me forever on was this granddaughter talking to her, or great-granddaughter talking to her grandmother, great-grandmother who was 90. She asked her grandmother, like, how old do you think you are? Like, how old are you in your head? Like, how old do you feel? And then the grandmother said that, like, I still feel like I'm 17. I still feel like I'm a 90-year-old woman saying that she still had, like, the soul of a 17-year-old. And that just stuck with me, dude. Oh my gosh. We threw my mom a princess party when she turned 45 with a piñata. She said it was her first piñata ever. No, because I was thinking my mom was my age. I was thinking about my mom being my age with kids, and she was probably so confused and so scared at the time, and made me, like, she started sobbing. And oh my god, so many comments were being from mothers, like talking to me directly, saying, you get it, us mothers were just girls once and most of us are damaged, just trying our best. Saying that, like, thank you for bringing this to light, I'm just a girl, like, we have it hard, like, thank you for talking about this. A lot of comments were saying that, like, I wish my children thought like you, like, I wish my boys were like you. And I will reply to them, like, they will get to that age where they will understand the person that you are, the individual that you are, and hopefully they will have this sentiment. But, like, Oh my god, this one was just, it's my favorite thing ever. It's my favorite thing ever. Whew. Okay. Following, hard follow-up, ridiculous segue. I can't keep doing this thing where I get super emotional because of a video I did, and then the next one is just like, ball and cock! This next one doesn't have to do with ball and cock. I don't know why I said that. It is Wingstop Gate. I just saw a Nightwing costume, and he wasn't one of these super skinny guys that are like all shredded wearing their Nightwing spandex. He was like a real guy wearing some meat on his bones, and they were calling him Wingstop. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? That's so fucking rude. That's why I didn't want to be Nightwing. Because I have some love handles that like the other Nightwings don't have. And y'all are mean. Y'all are too mean. Wingstop! This year, it was a really big idea to be Nightwing for Halloween, especially just because like they're planning to like put him on the big screen, stuff like that. Oh, he's not the perfect Nightwing. He has to have this, he has to have that, he has to have this, whatever he needs to. Most above all, people were saying you need to be hot to be Nightwing. Obviously, like you don't have to look like you don't have to be built like a superhero or look like a superhero to dress up like a superhero. And then this one dude, he dressed up as Nightwing. He is a bigger boy, and people were calling him Wingstop. That's it. Like, it's not deeper than that. Like, oh my gosh. Oh well, those are my videos, girl. ¿Qué más? Those are my highest viewed videos of 2025. Okay, I guess I'll do that one part that everyone does. Thank you for watching me. Thank you for caring for what I say. I really do appreciate it. I say it like this just because I skipped that part of these videos, but oh my god. I can't believe I'm on this side of that now. I can't believe that someone out there's skipping. No, actually, do skip this part. Do skip the part where I'm being like sincerely thanking the audience and my fellow friends and viewers for tuning in to Hallsbell LLC. But okay, let me drop the veil. Let me drop the veil. Thanks for watching me.